G'day, welcome to another edition of Sharks TV. This edition we preview our round 3 clash with Aspley. Matt, how are you going?
Yeah, good, thanks, BK.
Pleased at the result last week, but let's concentrate on round 3. Look, Aspley didn't get the chocolates last week against NT Thunder, but they are a formidable opponent for us, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think we're really looking forward to playing Aspley and seeing where we sit. Obviously, they've played off in the Grand Final last year, improved their list like all the Southport and Redlands as well. Had some really good pre-season form and emphatic win round 1. Always tough going up to Darwin to play, and it looks like the Thunder have really improved their stocks as well. So, having watched the game, thought Aspley were really impressive.
Yeah, they were. Having looked back, look, the conditions looked fairly tough in Darwin, as you said, and the Thunder have come pretty good. But I thought a few of their players stood out. Your thoughts on a couple of their best?
Look, Matt Payne returning to Aspley this year, quality midfielder, just adds already to Ryan Matthews and Austin Lucy, obviously looking to play up the ground more this year. He was terrific for them in the first couple of games. So they're players that we're mindful of. They've got 2 good ruckmen. They had a really strong ruck combination last year and were rated really highly. But they look to have picked up 2 really good athletic ruckmen who move around the ground. I guess the conditions in Darwin this time of year, it's warm, it's slippery, but probably. Yeah, they lost the game by 20 points, but they had more clearances than the opposition. They had equal number of scoring shots. They had more inside 50s, and their pressure was really good. That's something that they've obviously really disciplined with their pressure. They had more tackles than the opposition. So 20 points is not a lot in a game of footy these days. So we're really mindful. It looked to be probably the highest standard game. Taking into account the location and conditions that I've seen this year. Yeah, absolutely.
It was a quality game. You could almost say, had Aspley have maybe kicked a bit straighter, they probably could have knocked off one of the favourites to be right up there this year in the Thunder.
Yeah, well, they didn't, and NT did. They make you pay, and I think we're really mindful of their midfield this week. We think we've made some really strong improvements in our midfield, and they'd be looking to get more out of some of their more experienced players as well this week, and have a few more players return to form.
Yeah. So just mentioning experience, were there 3 ex-AFL listed players? Who take us through those 3 again?
Shaney Stiller,
yeah.
Their captain and co-captain Robbie Copeland,
yeah.
And then Eddie Sainsbury, who's started off the season in terrific form, kicking goals for him, 6 and 4, 10 goals in the first 2 rounds. So we've got a plan for Eddie up forward. I think every team will be looking to nullify his influence, but he takes his opportunities. He's a really good player. So. That experience, but also young James Ives, I'm a terrific rap for him as a player. They've done a great job in exposing him to senior footy over the last couple of seasons, and he's a bona fide genuine midfielder in this comp. So that's terrific for them, and seeing him possibly play on a Jason Burge or a Callan Geary will be really exciting.
Absolutely. So look, I don't have to ask you whether you're confident. We know that you're confident going into every game. We know it's a tough encounter. It is the game of the week, so it will be live streamed on NEAFL at NEAFL.com. So you can head there and watch our game live here at Fankhauser on Sunday. Matt, thanks for your time once again. So join us next week when we actually review our game against the Aspley Hornets on Sunday here at Fankhauser.